Welcome to Terry's Tips. Listen, do you need some cash? Yes, y'all. Today we're going to talk about how to turn your credit into cash. 5 legitimate ways to liquidate your credit cards. Okay, there's a lot of very shady videos out there that have you guys doing crazy things to liquidate your credit cards. Some of them are borderline fraud. We don't do that over here, okay? So if you are new, welcome, guys. My name is Terry. Guys, I used to work for TransUnion. I have over 20 years of experience. I'm board certified and credit score certified. So I help you guys exercise your rights to leverage your credit the right way so you can have actual real results, okay? So in this video, I'm going to explain, what does it mean to turn credit into cash? I'm going to talk about some of the pros and some of the cons, some of the shady ways, some of the not shady ways. I'm even going to outline for you guys what you should be using this for, right? So that if you're actually going to liquidate your credit cards, you're using it for something that's going to be income producing, have a return, so that it was actually a smart move. And one thing I want you to kind of learn about right here is that if you're going to take money off of a credit card and liquidate it, guys, have a good use for it. If you're just taking money off of a credit card and you're paying off debt, that's not a super smart move. You didn't do anything to kind of move the debt around. You still have to pay it back. So what I want to kind of get into your spirit like immediately is to invest, right? I don't care what you invest in, guys. This is the nugget. Invest in what you know about. If you're taking, $5,000 off of a credit card, maybe you're investing in getting a car, maybe you're investing in real estate, maybe you're investing in stocks or bonds. Guys, this is where you took money off of your credit card and you liquidated it, but then you flipped that money, you made a return, you're able to pay that money back and actually have a surplus. Then you can do it over and over and over again. The next thing, guys, you can liquidate credit cards for personal credit cards and or for business credit cards. Hear me right now, okay? A lot of times it's better if you liquidate business credit cards for a couple of reasons. Number one is because they understand the usage is a little bit different. So a lot of times it's a little bit easier to liquidate business credit cards. Another reason, guys, is because business credit cards have higher limits, right? So liquidating a $20,000 credit card is a lot different than liquidating a $1,500 personal credit card, right? Another thing, guys, if you can liquidate business credit cards, that should be your first choice, is because a lot of them have 0% APR for like 6 to 18 months. So depending on how you transfer, how you liquidate the card and the terms, you may be able to save yourself some money by doing it with the business credit card. And then, guys, like the next thing is there's also like a lot of rewards points, right? And also the business credit cards are not on your personal. True, business credit cards are not on your personal credit reports. So when you're liquidating them and you're kind of making that balance go up, it's not making your credit score go lower because of utilization. Remember that if you have personal credit cards and you liquidate them, those balances are going to be reflected on your credit cards, right? Because you did take that money and it can make your credit score drop because your utilization increased. As opposed to doing it with business credit cards, if you have them, guys, then you use them, you liquidate them, but since it's on your business credit reports, your personal scores do not suffer at all. That was a nugget, guys, okay? Another nugget right here, too, is that, guys, you can actually use a home equity line of credit, turning credit into cash, right? So think about it. If you have a property, even your personal property, guys, and it has equity. Let's say you have $100,000 left on the mortgage. The house is worth $200,000. That means you have $100,000 in equity in your property, okay? Now, this is where no bank is going to allow you to take out 100% of the equity. But a lot of banks will let you take out 70% to 80%, guys. This is a form of turning credit into cash because you use the mortgage, which is credit, to purchase the property. But because you made a good buy, maybe you did improvements, maybe the area went up, now you have equity that you can leverage to, what did I say, to invest. So because you have $100,000 worth of equity, you may be able to take out $30,000, $50,000, $70,000 through a home equity line of credit. Guys, that's a form of liquidating it because that money is just available to you almost like a line of credit. You can use it for anything, for real estate, for down payment, for construction, to hire employees, for marketing, for whatever it is. So that is a form of turning credit into cash, is a home equity line. So let's jump right into. So number one, guys, is a credit card loan. So I'll write that down. I'm not sure that a lot of you guys understand this too. It is 1,000% going to depend on the type of credit card that you have. All of these methods, guys, all of them work better if you have good credit and you have credit cards that have high limits, obviously, right? But you get in where you fit in. I'm just going to be honest with you, right? Citi and Chase, okay, write that down. Citi and Chase are actually known for having like loans like this. And what that means is that they will give you a loan kind of that you can borrow against your credit limit. So if you have like a $10,000, Chase card or Citi card, then you can essentially get a loan from that actual credit card. It's a form of liquidating your credit cards and getting the cash. Now, disclaimer, let me kind of address fees right here because people always come in the comments, well, there's fees. Yes, these are banks. There are fees. Credit cards are meant for purchases, not necessarily just to give you cash, right? That's why credit cards are different than lines of credit. Credit cards are meant for purchases. Lines of credit and even loans go right into your account. You can use them however. So what you're doing is you're kind of manipulating, you're kind of changing the type of credit that they gave to you and kind of altering it and using it for a different use. This is why I say to you guys, know the multiple methods, look at the pros and cons, look at the fees, and choose what's best for you. If through your credit card company, a credit card loan is like 5% and a cash advance is 3%, then guys, be smart about doing a little bit of legwork and research and then doing the one that's best for you. But yes, they all have fees. Just because it has fees doesn't mean it's horrible, guys. So guys, look at the fees, but look at what you're yielding. If it costs you $200 to get $5,000 and you can do something that's gonna be income producing, go for it. This is business. So credit card loans. Not all credit cards have them, guys. So if you have credit cards, pick up the phone, look at the terms, look at the website, log in and see if they have credit card loans. Then if they do have the credit card loans, find out how much, what are the fees, and how much you can actually borrow, and then go ahead and get it done. But that's a legitimate way to actually liquidate your credit cards. Okay, the next one, guys, is like using an ATM or going to like the tellers, right? So if you have a credit card, set up your PIN, guys. This is a nugget, right? And I honestly say, just in case of emergencies, always set up your PINs, right? And if you have a credit card, you have a PIN, you can go right to the ATM, put your credit card in there just like you would do your debit card, put in your PIN, and take out an amount. Now, a couple of things to note. When you use your credit card at the ATM, there are fees. Just like I said, just make sure it makes sense for you, right? Right. So going to an ATM, you can actually do it. Now, a lot of these banks, a lot of these credit cards will only let you take out a certain amount. So it could be $400, it could be $500, it could be $1,000. So understand how much you can take out and how often. So a lot of times it may be $500, but they're not gonna let you take out $500 3 times in one day. But you might be able to take out $500 Monday, $500 Tuesday, $500 Wednesday, right? So understand. Another nugget right here, guys, is let's say you have a credit card that has like, $5,000 limit and you can only max out like, $200. Guys, a lot of times you can call them and say, hey, can you raise my cash advance amount? Can you raise my ATM amount? Like they will actually do that. So say it's normally $200 and you've never even addressed it. You can say, hey, I'm a business owner. I have multiple needs. I always pay my card on time. Can you raise my daily limit to $1,000? The very worst thing they can say to you guys is no. So I want you to be empowered to pick up the phone and call your creditors. Same thing, I'll put the ATM and the teller in the same kind of category because guys, you can also take your credit card to that bank or sometimes a bank that will do this. And obviously they're going to want the physical card and usually they're going to want ID also. But the same way you would do the ATM, they'll then let you take the money off the actual credit card. Like, God's obviously contingent on the amount that you're allowed to take out, okay? So now the third way, guys, is using a merchant account. And I'm actually going to put PayPal and Square in here also as an example, okay? Merchant account, PayPal, Square. So what is a merchant account, guys? If you are a business owner, so this is where if you have a merchant account, it's set up for you to be able to take like credit card and debit card payments. Even like with PayPal, guys, I use PayPal, so a lot of people have PayPal. You can have personal or business. You can link multiple payment sources. Mine has multiple payment because I have personal and I have business. So I want you to think about it. You can have your business credit card linked. You can have your business account linked. You can have your personal account linked. You can very easily, now you send money. You can send money to yourself, maybe your personal account, maybe your business account, but the payment source, you can switch, right? So the payment source could be your business credit card, and then you are paying, maybe yourself. Now, obviously, guys, nugget here, like have a reason, put something in the memo. Maybe you did something for your business, maybe you worked overtime, maybe it was a project, maybe it was reimbursement, right? My channel is about you guys doing things the right way. But yes, with PayPal, with Square, with the merchant account, you can essentially use a business credit card or a personal credit card have a transaction, have an invoice, or send money and have the money from the credit card deposited into either your personal account or business account, depending on your needs and your setup. That's a super smart way to do it. A lot of times the fees are a lot less, like 1%, 1.5%, 2%. So check and see what you have. Link your account, link your credit cards. Maybe you upgrade to a business account, but you can 1000% do it that way. Another way, guys, that I talk about a lot is like your balance transfers and also your checks. So guys, when you get these credit cards, business and personal, sometimes you will get these blank checks. Guys, you can actually write these checks out to yourself. Yes, you can get this, and mind you, they're usually equal to your credit limit. So let's say your credit limit is $15,000 and you write yourself a $5,000 check and you put it into your bank account. You take it to the ATM to deposit it. You take it to your teller. Then because that is a check from your credit card company linked to your credit card, that $5,000 will now go right into your bank account. Yes, y'all, and that's even amazing when you have like the 0% APR, because a lot of times you may not be hit with a whole bunch of fees. Now, nugget here, a bunch of credit cards don't have those checks. But guess what you guys can also do? If you got a credit card and they did not send you any checks, guys, you can call them and say, can I have some balance transfer checks? Can I have some checks from my credit card? And a lot of times they will send you like one or two. Guys, write the check out to yourself, deposit it into your bank. There is nothing. You wrote a check from your credit card to yourself. Got it good, guys. And the last way, right, is peer-to-peer. So this is where it's going to take somebody in your network, you know, friends, family, business owner, whatever, for this to work. But let me give you an example. So say you have a $15,000 credit card and you have a friend who's about to spend $5,000 cash to go buy, like, you know, a little get around car from like the hood or whatever. You can say, give me that $5,000. I will put your car on my credit card. Peer-to-peer, meaning that somebody was able to use your credit card, or you allowed them to use the credit card, or you made a purchase for them and they gave you the cash for it. Got it? So peer-to-peer. Now guys, some of the shady ways that I did not cover in here, a lot of these videos have you guys buying things from places and then returning it to buying store, like going to the store and buying things and returning it. Now, it's not technically illegal, but you can be flagged. It's not the right way to do it. A lot of stores are hip to it. Sometimes you'll buy all this stuff and they'll only give you like a store credit, or they won't put it all on your card. Like, it's a lot of research and legwork that goes into it, especially if you want to do like a lot of money. If you just need like $100 or $50, like that may not be too severe, but a lot of you guys need a lot more than that. So I did not tell you to use your credit card and go to a store and buy a bunch of items and return it. I didn't say that, okay? Other places will also tell you like to buy things and put half of it on your credit card and half of it on your debit and then return it, and then only give them your debit card and it goes in. I didn't tell you guys to do that either. Some places do also tell you, some of these videos tell you to go buy gift cards. Now, I'm not all the way like opposed to that. Like, you can have, you know, $1,000 credit card and buy, you know, a $500 gift card and then go sell it to somebody. It has to be worth it for them for like $4.75 or $4.50 or whatever it is, like whatever the going rate for that is, because I don't use a method like that. But I'm letting you guys know there's some of the other videos out here, some of the ways that I actually consider to be not as profitable, a little tiny bit shady. But the gift card way is not bad, but usually you're going to get less than what you paid for, because it has to be worth it for the person, right? So you give them $1,000 credit card, you put it on and you pay for it with your credit card, but you're asking to give you like $800 cash. It technically worked, right? You got money off of your credit card, but you got a lesser amount. And to me, that's hustling backwards. I'm just going to say it. But those are all other ways that I don't really recommend. And guys, for my nugget, I'm going to keep it simple. I need you to learn to trust God's timing. Guys, I want you to understand that anything great does not happen overnight. You ever hear about that saying, like, you know, it takes 6 months to make a Rolls Royce and 13 hours to make a Toyota? And no disrespect to Toyotas, because I love Toyotas, but you know what I mean, right? So sometimes God is working on something even bigger than what you can imagine. And because it's not unfolding the way that you think or in your time, you think you made a wrong decision. You think this is not for you. Guys, learn to trust God's timing, because when something great is in store for you, it's going to happen and take a little bit longer than overnight, okay? So be patient, hold on, stay the course, know you're capable, know you're equipped, and know that when that thing hits, it's going to be even more amazing, more miraculous, overflow and abundance from what you ever even imagined. That's why he had you wait, because he was making it bigger. He said, believe bigger. Amen. All right, guys, I hope that was helpful. Like, share, comment, and have a super amazing day on purpose.